Hi Scorpio, this is Jody with Soul Purpose Tarot. I am here in Carmel, Indiana. I am a Libra Sun, Capricorn Rising, Sagittarius Moon. This is your February reading. And if you've been here before, welcome back. You know what I do is I flip out, fly, whatever, 5, 6 tarot cards, however many want to come out. I feel like that one wants to come out. I feel like it was that way. There's another one. So I just let the cards come out as they may and look at the energy. Are we looking at love or life, career, health, whatever, and then clarify with various different oracle cards. Holy moly. I prefer when they land on the table, not on the floor. Oh, that's the Lover's card. That's good. So what is going on with the Scorpios right at the moment? So far, we've got the Six of Wands, so I feel like you're celebrating something. I mean, you can kind of see she looks like she's like, whee! You're celebrating something. You may have had an influx of money, because normally that would, if that was up, it would be kind of like the Four of Pentacles you would be like holding on to your money. So maybe you got a bonus, maybe you got a raise, maybe you changed jobs and you got a whole lot more money. So it feels like an influx of money and a new beginning in something. So that's a new relationship of some kind. Now that could be a renewed relationship with your spouse. That could be a new business relationship, a new partner in business or something. So apply that however you want. Do I want, okay, they came out. So the Devil card and the Eight of Swords. I want one more card. So the Eight of Swords is in reverse. So you've okay, so you've let go. Oh, okay. I think I get it now. When the Devil card comes up, okay, when the Devil card comes up, it usually has to do with addictions, obsessions, kind of negative things. But because it comes up in between the Lovers, and it also came up right beside the Eight of Swords, it makes me think that you have given up some devilish thoughts. Perhaps some old programming, negative programming, thinking that you weren't good enough, thinking that you couldn't make any more money than you did, and you're more in balance with your money. Okay, so this is one of the things that I have learned is we all have money blocks. And a lot of times if you see money coming in and out and going back and forth and everything like that, it's generally because you've got some old programming going on. And if you can clear that, it might be a little bit more smooth sailing. So I feel like that might be what has happened is you have cleared some negative thought processes when it came to money out of your mind. And you're kind of like, I'm going to quit thinking that I'm not good enough. And I'm going to charge more for my services and whatever the case is. So, so I feel like this is a very positive reading. I feel like this has to do with, worried came up, but it was kind of in the reverse position. So it's like, you're not going to worry about money anymore. You realize that you always have enough, you are always abundant, and you're just tired of stressing out about it. And so you've kind of just changed your thought processes. Or you've been working on some stuff. Like I started a money boot camp last week because I was like, I need to work on some of my money blocks and bad habits and thinking and listening to my mom's voice in my head and different stuff. So what emotions are you currently working with? What are the emotions that you are currently working with now that you've got some of these new thoughts in your head? Emotions. Yeah. Okay, let me think. Okay, so the loving card came up in reverse. Angry, excited in reverse. Okay, so the thing that comes up when I see excited is maybe you're in commission sales or something, and you would always get like super excited when you had a sale, and you would be like, oh my God, I can go spend a bunch of money or whatever. And so now you're kind of like, I'm not going to get so excited when that happens. One, because they fall through sometimes, and it feels like you had a tendency to overspend maybe, and it also fell underneath the devil card. And with the loving, so if the loving card was upright, I would be thinking that you were maybe overspending on family, and this was how you showed love or something, by buying them things and maybe overdoing it or something. And so now you're going to pull back on that a little bit and go, you know what? I'm going to show my love in a different way and not be so materialistic about it. I'm going to show my love by the way I spend time with them and the things that I say to them, instead of throwing some money at them and just, you know, trying to show that's how you love. My dad was not a Scorpio, but that's kind of how he always showed his love. You know, it always felt like he was, you know, if we had a problem, he'd throw a little money at it or something, and that was his fix to it, because he didn't know how to do it emotionally. So I feel like you're not using money as a crutch anymore. Maybe. Okay. Anything else with the emotions? Anything else with the emotions? Fulfilled. So you're starting to, okay. That come in loud and clear. You are starting to feel more fulfilled. And in the past, I feel like you maybe used money and purchases and stuff to try to fulfill or fill a hole within yourself. And now you are not using money and purchases and things and material things to fill a hole within yourself, because you have found that you are perfectly fine the way you are. That is what that feels like. Okay, so I'm going to ask if do Scorpios have any other blocks, current blocks, that they need to work on to continue living this fulfilled life? Okay, so we want balance and we want fulfillment. There, that's the word. Are there any other blocks that Scorpios can work on to make sure that they stay in this upward motion and don't go backwards? Anything else? Any other blocks that they have right at the moment that needs to be filled, looked at, examined? Okay. The Divine Feminine is coming up, and Big Dreams come up. Okay, that's interesting. That came up in the last reading. But you saw me shuffle. I mean, I have been shuffling these a lot. So, how does the Divine Feminine... Okay, so if you... Okay. So, if you are a female Scorpio watching this, and you have been trying to fulfill yourself with material items, they are saying that once you... Maybe one of the reasons that you're feeling more fulfilled right now is because you have started stepping into your power, your purpose in life, and you are starting to work on your big dreams. Or you haven't started working on those, but once you start working on those big dreams, that's going to allow you to step into your power even more. So apparently you've got some abandonment issues that maybe you need to work on. Okay, so maybe you had some abandonment issues, and whenever that got triggered would be one of the times that you would go spend money that you maybe should not have. Is somebody did something, made you feel that abandonment, and then you would go buy something to make yourself feel better. So it feels like abandonment issues was something that either you've had that caused problems that you need to pay attention to, look at, and you know, and it's not any different. You know, this is just a conversation about money and using money to fill a void. It could just as easily be eating, that you eat to fill a void. It could be gambling. It could be alcohol. Whatever issue, you know, if it's not money and buying materialistic things that you were using to fill a hole, plug in whatever word works for you. But it feels like you have started filling that void within you in other ways instead of the devil and the demon ways that you have been doing. You're starting a new relationship with yourself on a positive note and feeling more balanced. That's the good news. If I can get that out and spit it out. What other issues did Scorpios have, do they have, that they need to examine? So you've made a turn, a positive turn. It's highly unlikely that you have solved all of your problems. There may be some things that come cropping back up that you will need to revisit. The masculine energy in your life. Now, this could mean your own masculine energy. This could mean your spouse. This could be your father. Any masculine energy in your life that causes you to feel less than. You need to pull that up and examine it and look at that. Maybe you were abandoned by a spouse. Maybe you were abandoned by your father. Somewhere along the line, a masculine energy has caused you anxiety, angst, and I feel like that has been part of the problem of why you used something unhealthy to fill the hole. This to me says that there are still some unawakened bits in you. You have made a turn. You've made a turn around the corner. You're starting to figure some stuff out, and there might be a few more things that's going to kind of crop up, but you're getting there is the feeling. It's like, it's not saying that you're unawakened and you don't have anything figured out. I feel like it's just saying there's still a few unawakened bits inside of you that you need to look up, pull up, examine. Some energy blocks. It could have something to do with some physical issues, pains. I don't know. I'm like, for whatever reason, it's like I feel like I'm seeing crystals within the body. Like little crystal points, and it's like you need to like pull, and when I say crystals, I don't mean good crystal rocks. I mean like crystals, like as in negative energy points in your body. Like you need to pull those and pluck them out because they're infecting you, and pull those little bits and pieces and splinters, crystal splinters, out of your energy body. And once that stuff is all cleared, then everything's going to be flowing, and then the unawakened part, that's what needs to be done to get fully awakened. Does that make sense? And you've got some pride and ego that probably still needs to be letting go. I can speak from experience on materialism. I grew up in a very, very small town in southern Illinois, and in my family, if you had money and you had things, that made you successful. That was just kind of what I got taught, which I also think that's what a lot of people get taught. And so when I moved to Indianapolis, I was pretty hell-bent on making sure it looked like I was successful. So I ended up running up a bunch of my credit cards, and I used to use things to fill the void in me, and it didn't work. It just ended up making things worse and made me very far in debt and very unhappy and stressed out. And a lot of that had to do with my pride and ego being in the way and trying to prove that, you know, I was better than I was. So there's some truth for you. Let's do, this has been coming out pretty good. Okay, so what, this will be from your higher self, your oversoul, your guides, past relatives. What other last bits of advice would you like to tell Scorpios before we go for the month of February? What other last bits of advice do you have? The flow of abundance. Okay, so that goes along with your abundance is starting to flow because you have let go of some negative mindsets. So that goes along with that first row. That's good. I like it when they say the same thing that I have said, or they keep repeating it. What other last bits of advice do you have? Love your challenges. Okay. This is a way to look at it. When you get triggered and something comes up and makes you feel frustrated, bad, negative, whatever, it's coming up to be healed. So that would be a challenge. When that happens, look at that, examine it, figure out what it is, get rid of it, and move on. If there's some forgiveness, I feel like I need to say this, ho'oponopono. I have it written down someplace. And I just had this conversation with a friend of mine the other day who got like really pissed at an old friend of his or something. If you have got someone in your life that you need to forgive, perhaps a divine masculine, an ex-husband, a father, a male figure in your life that you need to forgive that perhaps has caused part of these problems that you have. It's ho'oponopono. It's a Hawaiian forgiveness ritual, and it's, I love you, thank you, please forgive me, and I'm sorry. In any way, shape, or form you want to say that. I don't think there's any wrong or right to it. Some places it says it in one version. Some says it in a different, order. But I don't think it matters what order it is. But if you have someone in your life that you need to forgive, you also have some forgiveness for yourself that you need to do. So ho'oponopono. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me, and thank you. There you have it. What else does the universe have to say to Scorpios right at the moment? Relationship harmony. I don't know if that has anything to do with an actual relationship with a person, or if that's relationship harmony with yourself and relationship harmony with the money or whatever. But however that associates to you, take it and run with it. Some sort of relationship harmony, they are telling you is that you need to work on that, or I feel like it's not saying that you need to work on that. I feel like it's saying it's coming. Relationship harmony is coming because of the work that you have been doing. One more, and then we're done. Personal development. All of these blocks that came up, the big dreams and the abandonment issues and the forgiveness of the divine masculine and finding the unawakened bits and pieces within your energy body, getting those out and up and moving them out and stuff is all personal development. It can take a lifetime. I've been working on myself for years. I don't say that I'm trying to fix myself anymore. I'm just trying to improve myself. One last thing. If you are a Scorpio and you are home alone by yourself on Valentine's Day, I started to say on a Friday night, on Valentine's Day, then I am working on some special Valentine's Day readings. If you're home by yourself and you are not happy about it, I completely understand that. There have been many years that I have spent Valentine's Day home alone by myself and cried myself to sleep. So I'm doing some readings, and it's going to be some blocks, things that you could look at, work on, and hopefully if you take a look at those next time on Valentine's Day, you won't be home by yourself. Now, that being said, maybe you have somebody that you've been dating and you still find yourself home by yourself on Valentine's Day. For whatever reason, they have their own issues. So I'm going to have like a separate layout for what they're doing, what kind of issues they're working on, blocks that they have. So maybe you won't take it personally and you'll understand this is why you're home by yourself, is because they don't have their shit together yet either. Whatever the case is, those will be coming sometime around Valentine's Day, day or two, something like that. So look out for those, and I will see you for your regularly scheduled horoscope reading mid-February. Have a good one. Bye.